Hi everyone, I recently had the question on can we use the managed metadata control, or can I get managed metadata terms into a Nintex New Responsive Form in 365? Now, the answer is yes. If I come to my hazard report and open up Nintex Forms, you will see in the toolbox there is actually a managed metadata control, so you can really just simply drag that on. So if you were just wondering, can you do it? This is the short answer. Yes, here you go. Drag the control on, select your term set, and you can just select something here. Now, if that's all you wanted to know, you could probably end the video here. Now, if you're not familiar with managed metadata control, I'm going to step you through how you could set this up in Sharepoint and then have your own term set in here. So if you're still interested, continue watching. So what we need to do first is, if you come to site settings, you'll notice in, let's see, site settings, there is something called term store management. So if I come into here, you'll see that there's the terms that we saw before, so system and people. Now, if I wanted to add my own, I actually can't. And if I wanted to create one, there is a sample import, which is really helpful. So if you download this file, it's an Excel spreadsheet that shows you the format, or the structure of the file. And what I've done is I've gone to the AdventureWorks database, which is just a sample database, and made a query to structure that data in this format, which is really helpful. So I've already got a file ready, but I can't actually create my term set. So what I need to go is go into the admin area, and I need to give myself permissions to build the term set. So I've come into here and I want to go show all and SharePoint admin area, and there will be the content services, and under content services there's the term store. So under here we can see our taxonomies in here, job, department, location, and I can add a term group here, add a term group here, and I also can add the admins. I'm going to go and edit. I'm going to put myself in here, click on there, save. So now I'm actually an admin and I can go and create term sets. Now I could also add one here. I'm going to call this AdventureWorks. Where did I put it? Add term. AdventureWorks. Did I do something wrong? Enter. There we go. Okay, so it helps if I actually click enter on it. So now I've got my AdventureWorks one here, and I can add a term set, rename, or import the term set. Now I've already got that set up. We could either do it here, right at the admin area, or we could go back to SharePoint. If we go back, how can I go back? Where's SharePoint gone? SharePoint, there we go. So I'm going to go back, and I was in Process first. And now we've got a hazard report there. We're going to go back to site settings. And so now we can see in the term store management, I should have a few more options now. Once SharePoint wakes up. Okay, so now we've actually got the drop down here. So we can see here now I've actually got more permissions. So I could do the same thing I do here over in the admin area, but perhaps you're not the tenant admin and maybe you don't have permissions to do it. So you might get someone else to give you admin area to the term store management, but not actually the tenant admin area. So you come to here, we've already got our new group here, so we don't need to. Then I can import my term set. Now, this is what I was talking about before with the sample import. So if you've already done your sample import, and we go to desktop and import term set, press OK. Not all terms were imported successfully. Sure, that's fine. So now we can see products, accessories, bikes, a whole bunch of things in here. So all my terms are now ready to go. So I'm going to go back to SharePoint. I'm going to go back to my Process First site. Now I want to go back to my hazard report and go back to Nintex Forms. So now we should not just see I think it was business and something else. Anyway, let's go and have a look. So going back to the SharePoint, so these are the SharePoint type controls. These are the more broad, some things are what we call primitives or simple type of information, such as a Boolean, file, or text. But then we've got things that aren't necessarily SharePoint constructs, like a repeating section or a signature. Now down here are things that are definitely SharePoint specific things, like list lookup, manage metadata, and people picker. So drag on the manage metadata. I'll just delete that one. And now if we come to Manage Metadata and we click on our term set, we can now see AdventureWorks sitting in there as well. So I am going to go to products. I'm going to insert that there. Now, once we've got our products term set, we can say product. Now this doesn't really relate in the scenario of a hazard report, but you get the idea. So if I come to preview, what you'll notice is it's got, so if I can type into search, so I can go helmet, and it's going to find all the helmets, or if I put women's mountain bike or men's bibs and shorts, all this sort of type ahead happens. So if I go Excel, it finds all the, oops, Excel, nothing in there. Okay, what about a water bottle? Bottles, there we go. But if I didn't want to type and search and I don't know what the term set holds, I can just click on the tab here and I can go and find and drill down to the things that I want. So now you can see I've inserted this and I can press insert, but then also I can clear that as well. Now if you come back to here, you'll also notice that you can do allow multiple selections. So once we turn that on, come to preview, and I can do, well, let's put in bib. I'm going to select bib shorts, and helmet. I need a helmet. And there we go. So now you'll see that these look like little pills. So rather than pressing the X to clear it all, so I can actually click the X, I can do bib shorts, and I can do helmet, and let's say I want a bike. Bike racks. Okay, I'll have a bike washer, thank you. So now I've got all my terms in there. Then rather than clearing the whole set, I can just clear one at a time. So that's pretty much the Manage Metadata control. All the other properties are fairly standard, so you've got title, name, connected to. You can also select a default term, so what it may default to in the term set. So if I come through to here, I can say, well, default to brakes, for instance. You know, show the path of the term location. So if I come back to preview, and I'm going to put brakes. Oops, if I spell correctly, brakes. And if I hover over it, you can see I can actually see the path to where that is. So coming back to here, everything else is pretty standard. So you've got required, visible, read-only, description, tooltip, and those sort of things as well. So I hope that was helpful to you. Let me know in the comments. Cheers.